Redneck Millionaire, take it away, bud.
Hey, don't let my temper or my demeanor ruin the evening. Pardon me, y'all. I know this is called stand up, but I just turned 40 today. Thank you very much. But I say that to say I'm sitting down. I'm gonna sit down. I ain't gonna stand up for this. That's right, I go by the Redneck Millionaire, but my real name is Bradley Preston Walker McLean. I know that's a huge mouthful. My mama did that to me. I sound like I'm from Texas, but I'm not. I'm actually from Ohio. But I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna pander. I love Texas, I really do. I really do. I've been all through from Houston all the way over to Odessa, out of El Paso. I really like Texas, man. It's really cool here. So thank you for having me. I was popping in to kind of get a little catharsis because I'm supposed to be really funny according to Devon over here. She said, "Oh, we got a professional comedian here. I know you're gonna be funny." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be super mediocre." So I'm gonna be mediocre as hell. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. I really have, I got just a kind of strange situation, I guess. At first, when I came in here, I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna be my crowd, but as a guy raised by 2 women, I think I'm in the right place. I did not know the situation, but I know a rainbow room when I see it. Y'all good with me, man. It's all good. I was raised by 2 women. Like I said, I call my second mom dad because she's a dick. So, yeah. She's been great, though. She's been in my life since 1992. And unfortunately, recently she did fall. We found her in the garage. Not me. I was on the road working like I am now. But we found her in the garage, and she did fall and took a bad spill. Had some blood around. It was not pretty, apparently. Excuse me. And I'm grateful that she's still with us. So I'll just figure it out. It didn't really faze her. I got to see her before I came back out on the road, and she was still an asshole. So it did not faze her one bit. The first thing I said was, "Hey, have you seen all the stuff, the progress I'm doing? Check me out on TikTok." She's like, "When is TikTok gonna start paying you?" I'm like, "Dang, you know what I mean? Like, I got over 100,000 views on this video." She don't give a damn. So she's still my dad through and through. That head injury ain't shit. It's not slowing her down for nothing. For nothing. Mama's still kicking too. My parents are in their 70s now. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm 40, so it makes sense. But I didn't expect it to go this fast, really. I was just making a TikTok video earlier that said, like, respect your time, y'all. If you're in your 20s, seriously, don't waste your time, man. You don't get it back. Y'all don't get this back. And it go faster than you think. I remember just sitting talking to my mom at like 17 years old, going off to university. I went to Eastern New Mexico University, actually not too far from here, over in the Texas Panhandle. And I remember just telling my mom at 17, 18, like, yeah, just give me like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? And here's 40. It sneak up fast, y'all, I'm telling you. But it's a lot of good and bad that comes with it. I think my favorite quote right now is that I've learned so much just to learn that I don't know shit. I've learned so much to learn I don't know a damn thing. And it's kind of melancholy, surrealistic. I cried about it when I first had that realization, because at the same time, I also realized that nobody's ever gonna love me the way I can love me. Ever. Ever. And I was, at the time, going through this situation in my personal life. You know, I had a wife that she wanted to run away. I don't blame her because I pushed her away. You know, I did my thing to help make that situation worse. And then she turned around once I got my head right. She turned around and made it worse. And so I'm up here just trying to get a little catharsis. So don't mind me if I just blabber. Pardon me. But I ain't been on stage since 2020. Not in this capacity. I used to do comedy all the time, stand up all the time. And I actually stood up. I stood up. I did. I really did. But I ain't doing it no more. It feels more comfortable too. You know, being 6'5" and you standing on the stage, it's like, it's too much. It is. I think this is more intimate and we can get to know each other a little better, you know. Devon, I like your style too. Never change. Never change. I like this. So San Antonio, I appreciate y'all having me. I know I'm not very funny right now, but I just needed to do this. You know what I mean? Like, woe was me, but not really. You know, I'm very grateful. I'm still blessed, and you know, I got, like I said, things are going well. Actually, you know, I'm making it kind of sound like I'm a charity case right now, but I'm really not. I'm just in a messed up spot, being 40 and not being where I want to be, and it's what it is I'm so self-aware, it's driving me insane. I wish I was dumber. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time to my coworkers. Like, I just mean like, I wish I wasn't aware of where I am, how I am, who I am, and why I am, and how I got here. If I was less aware, then I wouldn't be, you know, going through this. You know what I mean? Like, every comic, by the way, just so y'all know, there's no way in hell, now every comic does not have mental issues. There ain't no way that I'm not needy as hell. I'm sitting up on this stage with a limelight on me and a microphone. Yes, I need attention. Of course I need attention. But besides that, it is fun to just get out of my normal capacity. I do leadership, and I'm a volunteer with the youth entrepreneurs out of Phoenix, Arizona, where I'm from. And the organization is called Hustle Phoenix, and it's really cool. I love doing it. But I also hate my fucking job. I cannot stand what I'm doing. I'm grateful again though, because it is giving me an opportunity to pay all my bills and then some. What I make in 2 weeks now, and by the way, in 2020, I made $487 a week. So this is why I'm talking like this. Now in 2 weeks, I make what people make in a month. And it's great, but if you can tell by this ball cap, I wear this hat a lot because I'm at work a lot. And this hat look like shit, it smell like shit too. Matter of fact, if I'm recording this, hey, Cowboy Hardware at Tractor Supply, excuse me y'all. Cowboy Hardware at Tractor Supply Company, I need a new hat. This hat is disgusting. I need another one. I love the ball cap, I need another one though. It's missing buttons and everything. Hook me up. Y'all got me. Y'all take care of me, y'all. And I got it down here in Texas too. Damn, I got this in like the first month I started this job, which is for Tommy's Car Wash. It's really cool. It's a cool job, but I have worked really hard for a long time, man. I went from playing football I went out of football to becoming a firefighter not too long after that. I was a wildland firefighter in Arizona. And, oh damn it, I thought I was gonna be all right. My last season, I was a hot shot with the Flagstaff Hot Shots. I wasn't a hot shot, I was a guest on the crew. I was a type 2 initial attack firefighter. I was on another crew, but they asked me to join them. Me and 2 other guys that were like 80 people, I was picked. And it was great, but if y'all ever heard of the movie Only the Brave, that movie is about the 19 firefighters that died at the same time. I was on that fire. So that sucked. And the other day I did catch that movie. I never watched it. I didn't want to watch it because I didn't know it, but I had PTSD. This is years ago. I was like 26 or something. I was real young. I'm 40 now, so no more 30s. Damn, I can't even say that no more. Now I'm on the next bracket. You know when you feel like your paperwork and you got that 18 to 35 or 18 to 34. Y'all hold on to that shit if y'all still in there. Y'all embrace that. If you still in that 18 to 34, hold on to that. Because when you on that next one, that shit it's bleak. It's just 40. It's like 40 to death. That's what it feels like. 40 to death. It's terrible, man. But no, I was on that crew and we lost 19 guys at the same time, and that sucked. So to just get past that real quick, I went through that, and it's extremely hard work being a firefighter, y'all. Extremely hard work, especially when you're on a hand crew. You know, we literally are putting a tool in the dirt. And I did go ahead and do my firearm here. This is a Smokey the Bear, and that's my dedication to my seasons, my 3 seasons as a firefighter. But after that, I went into working aerospace, which I thought would be really cool. Nope, that shit was hard work. I was dirtier than I am now, blacker than I am now too, because you covered in soot. It's terrible. It's terrible, excuse me. Terrible. After that, I did get back into I got into white collar. I started increasing my skill set and wanting different things, so I got into a white collar job, some other things too, but I got to a white collar job where I was working for a charity called Care USA. Care USA is amazing. They started back in 1945, and they were putting together those care packages. If you ever heard that term, that's the company who came up with it, that charity, years ago, back in the day. So I worked for them. It was amazing because I finally found my purpose. I started to find my purpose as a leader and growing my team and teaching people how to make money. And you know, it's basically sales, but you're using sales tactics because what we do is donations. So we're not selling anything. So you really got to get good at what you're doing. You know, you're taking a lot of no's. This is direct marketing. You take a nose to the face. I'm talking a hard nose to your face. You get good at sales real good when somebody's just in your face saying some stuff. You know, and you take about 1,000 of those in a month or whatever, you start getting really good at your job. You get really good at starting to read people and learning people and things like that. So that's what I started to realize. Like that's me. That's my superpower, is helping other people find their superpower. And that's really cool. For other folks in my team, for me, I was just like, that's it. That's what I get. I get to be 6'5" and good looking with beautiful hair to do nothing, to ain't be worth shit, to help other people get their superpower. What about me? That's what I used to think. But I fully embraced it now, and it's a pretty powerful thing. That's pretty much why I stopped doing stand-up, because I kind of felt like stand-up was what I needed to do, but then I was like, man, I found a bigger purpose, you know? So, yeah, I really like that. I really needed to get that off my chest, and I appreciate y'all saying that, or let me say that. And now I think about it, damn, this is the only pants that I had on this trip for this kind of occasion. Y'all don't say nothing about my pants. These pants are like 15 years old, man. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I got into a fight with a cotton gin. That is so much funnier than any of y'all even recognize right now. I'm very disappointed. Devon, thank you for the shovels. But that shit is so clever, I'm very upset with y'all. How did you not catch what I just said? Listen, I'm a black man sitting on this stage in San Antonio in these tight ass ripped up jeans, okay? And I just said, and I got into it with a cotton gin. Man, y'all hard fail, man. Hard fail. TikTok, don't ignore that shit. I'm like, oh my Lanta, that is hilarious. That's probably the only funny thing I done said up here, y'all. I told you I was gonna be mediocre. Oh, anywho, I'm Rusty. Rusty Redneck, man. But you can find me on TikTok at the Redneck Millionaire. I appreciate y'all letting me spill out here, because I know this ain't funny, and I don't really care. It's not about y'all right now. This ain't even about y'all. I just needed to get this off my chest and see if I can still talk in front of a crowd like in this capacity. And thank you for staring at me.
Give it up one more time. Not Rusty Redneck, in fact, Redneck Millionaire, everybody. That was a good catch. You're quick. Well.